Well, hey, everybody.
Oh, you hit record.
No, I have not hit record. I might do that at some point in there. I might record a little bit.
Something going on here.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something going on here.
We are still at the tiny house. We're at the camp. I call it camp.
I call it a camp.
Okay, so we're at the camp
You want to keep starting
where we're,
house.
I guess, making a tiny house. We're just enjoying the peace and quiet. It's in the middle of nowhere. Y'all probably still hear the coffee pot going over there. We were a little slow getting our coffee going. So it's still making, but it's almost through. So we're about ready to have coffee with you. Hey, Paul, what's happening?
Hey, Paul.
Man, we have had some weather today. We had tornadoes all around us. I mean, all around us. And they did some pretty good damage too. Some towns nearby. Hey, Tim, how are you, buddy? Yeah, it's been a rough weather day. Well, it started last night, didn't it? Rain and stuff. We had rain and stuff during the night, but I guess the severe weather was today.
Yeah.
And it was rough. Yeah, we pretty well rained out today. We were just inside hanging out. I got out one time and went to my neighbors and visited a little
Till
bit.
we had a tornado warning, I made him come back.
And then she called me. It's a tornado warning. You need to come home. So I run back home.
Because I didn't want to die by myself.
Yeah, I'm like, what? We ought to stay separated during the bad weather so both of us won't get it. Hey, Karen. Yeah, no, I didn't mind coming back. But we did. We had, hey, Dwayne, we had some pretty big tornadoes.
Yeah.
All around us. I mean, we were fine here, but not far from here. It's some places got hit pretty hard, and there was some fatalities from what?
Some what?
Fatalities or fatalities? How you say? Is it fatalities or fatalities? We got hit hard. Yeah, that's some pretty rough weather that came through.
Yeah.
So we had Ryan Hall, y'all, on
Tylertown is
all
the town
day.
that got really hit.
Yeah, it's a little town
Around
close to us called Tylertown. It got hit pretty hard. They had a tornado came through, did a bunch of damage, and people were out looking at the damage and kind of getting out and another one came up about 2 hours later and took the same path, went right back through there. So it was pretty rough, but we were fine here. Just a lot of rain, a little bit of wind. It's a good thing because we're sitting in a shed.
Not anchored down.
Yeah, I hadn't anchored it to the ground yet, so we'd be like Alice in Wonderland, just riding it out. How about y'all? How about all of y'all? How'd the weather do where you're at? Now we heard a rumor. I don't know. You saw it on Facebook, but it's still kind of a rumor about an earthquake.
No, it was earthquake.
Did it really happen?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Around Jackson, up in that area. It wasn't just a rumor; it happened.
So okay, so she's saying it's not a rumor that we had an earthquake.
3.0 earthquake.
3.0 near Jackson, Mississippi. Well, earthquakes are very uncommon for us. Hey, Miss PJ. I hope you're doing good.
Hey, Miss PJ.
All right, the coffee's through bubbling. We got our coffee. I hope y'all have some coffee too. It's pretty good. It's better than it was yesterday.
Is it?
I think so.
That's because I made the water.
Yeah. I've been making coffee a little bit too strong. for our taste. We don't drink strong coffee anyway. But here lately, I've been making it a little too strong.
See,
Yep, it's for real. We had an earthquake, not here, but north of us, a couple of hours.
6 miles from McGee,
Okay, so that's close.
below
to
Jackson.
Below Jackson. Okay. Towards
Says 6
Collins, between McGee and Collins, huh? No, Collins is below. Yeah, Collins is below McGee. Huh. So we had a small earthquake in Mississippi. That's almost unheard of. We don't ever have earthquakes. We have tornadoes and hurricanes.
We don't have
Hurricanes.
that many tornadoes where we live.
No, down on the coast we don't really get the tornadoes, but we do get the hurricanes. Or if you're really from the south, you get hurricanes. Some of them, sure enough, country folk, they'll say hurricane. We had that hurricane come through. Good to hear, Miss PJ. Glad you're doing good. I'm kind of ready to get home and listen to our birds in the morning time. We're missing that. I can't do it remote.
So Karen, I don't want to be in a tornado. That's my biggest fear. I don't want to be in an earthquake. Hurricane I can run from. The other two you cannot.
That's right. Them tornadoes come up fast and just.
Earthquake does too. You don't have a warning. Boom, it's there.
I suppose. I guess the biggest, I wouldn't want to be in a tall building during an earthquake.
I don't want to be anywhere near earthquake.
But pretty much anywhere else, you're probably all right with an earthquake. But a tall building could possibly
Driving down the road, earthquake, and it split the road open, you fall in.
5.2. That's a pretty strong one, Tim. 5.2. Well, we're either going home tomorrow or the next day. We're not sure.
Pretty sure tomorrow.
She's saying tomorrow. I don't know. I've got a guy coming to talk to me about buying the timber off of my land. I hate to sell it, and I'm not going to get enough for it for what it's worth. But there's some bugs coming through Mississippi anyway. I don't know about anywhere else that are killing trees, especially pine trees. It's just wiping them out. And the people next to me, they hit them really hard, and now they're starting to get on my place. So I can either sit back and let the bugs come on in and eat them all up and kill them anyway, and I would get nothing out of it.
It started last year.
Yeah, last year.
With the drought.
And, I'm probably going to sell the timber to get something out of it before the bugs ruin it all. And it won't take but a few years. It'll fill back in. So anyhow, a guy's coming tomorrow to take a look at that. And we're going to talk about doing that. So it depends on what time. If he comes early enough and we get that business stuff done, then we'll head on home and get home tomorrow. If not, it'll be Monday. Well, we do like it out here, but this is 3.5, 4 hours. Between 3.5, 4 hours from where we live. So we don't make this trip every other day. When we come, we stay a few days and then go back. So I brought one of my radios with me.
Karen says she was
one of my ham radio on the 5th floor during an earthquake. Is that what you're saying, Karen? 5th floor?
Oh, well, read the
earthquake was the scariest.
Nowhere
to go. That's right.
Exactly. That's why.
That would be my fear. I wouldn't want to be in a tall building. Anyway, if you're in a house or a regular building, you can go outside. But in a tall building, you got to try to. I wouldn't get in an elevator. So you'd have to try to get down however many flights of steps and then get outside. I don't know if I have any black walnut on this property or not. I don't think I do. Uh, could be, but I don't think I do. I got some oak, some cherry oak, and that sort of stuff. I'm mostly pine. I got a few pretty good sized pecan trees, but well, I got a few
Pecan,
huge,
not pecan.
yeah, pecan trees, not pecan. A pecan is something you urinate in when you don't have anywhere else to go. Uh, so I have a few pecan trees, but they're huge and they're old, and they're so old they're not really producing anymore. As bad as I hate to cut them down, I really don't mind because they're not really making us any pecans. A lot of pine, a little bit of oak. Um, but like I say, if I don't do anything, the bugs are going to come. I don't know what the names of these bugs are, but they're devastating. Uh, they're devastating the forestry stuff here in Mississippi. I don't know about anywhere else. And they got people next to me. They wreaked havoc on their trees. And now I've got a few of mine they've gotten to. So it's just, I know they're coming. So I might as well get what I can out of it before they just destroy my trees. Pine tree bug.
Beetle.
Now, I started to say a while ago, I brought one of my ham radios with me. So today she's been playing her games, and I've been over there doing Morse code all day. So she's probably got a headache. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got some white oak on here. So they'll take, they'll truck most of the pine and scrub trees to basically a chipper mill where they'll be chipped up. And then they'll take all the hardwoods to a sawmill to be have lumber made out of it. And that's where you'll make your money is on the hardwood going to the sawmill. But we'll see. Honestly, I would rather have my trees. I like it forested like it is. And I like the woods and my animals and my hunting and all that. Just I'm kind of being forced to do this because of these bugs.
They say they're no bigger than a grain of salt. Not a salt, a rice.
Really?
That's small. There's
I've
little.
I've never really looked into what she's looking at it now. I just know it's some bugs. It's wiping out pine forest down here. Well, I hope your county does not, Karen. She's talking about Florida's going to get some weather, but she's not sure if her county is going to get it or not.
Pull up Ryan Hall, y'all.
Yeah, Ryan
Watch
Hall,
him. He'll tell
y'all.
you.
That's our weather guy. We watched him most of the day today. I'm using the same. I don't know what's called the same coffee with the Huffs deal. So those of you that I've sent invites to come in the past, I think it will still work for this stream. If anybody wants to come in, you're more than welcome. Hey, Georgie. Got Ryan Hall on in the background. Look, man, he's great. He started I don't know how many hours he's been on, but he's been on there all day. I know. He forgets to eat. He said something today. He said, "I just realized I hadn't eaten 24 hours." We did get storms. We had tornadoes all around us today, but we're fine. We didn't get hit here, but some towns near us.
Well, they had a state of emergency last year about these pine beetles.
Didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll need to look into that. Oh, so yeah, so it's a pine beetle, and I just feel like they're gonna wipe me out on my timber if I leave it. So we're probably about to sell all that. So Georgia, has the weather not gotten to you yet in Tennessee? I thought it had already kind of come through there. Let's see, Georgia. I know I've got you set up as a mod. If you want to push other people's channels, a couple of the others I was going to set y'all up, but I couldn't find. I couldn't find you. I go to the place to set up as a mod, and I type your name in, and it doesn't pop up. So I'll continue to work on that. But I do have the big three set up as mods. We haven't. I don't know. I don't know how much y'all have been going live. Different ones that have channels, but we have to watch our internet use out here. I think we talked about that the other day. We got the Starlink, and we're buying the small plan, so we can't just sit and watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube and internet TV and all that stuff. So we might have missed some of y'all. We did catch Skipper this morning. We watched some of him this morning.
Some of it, yeah.
And hometown is currently under tornado warning, so send my daughter some prayers. Okay, so your hometown, but not where you're at. Is that what you're saying, Georgie? Yeah, it's been some rough weather. It's just blowing across the country.
Ryan warned us.
Yep.
He's been warning us for days.
Ryan Hall's been telling us for a few days that it was coming.
And we won't listen.
Okay, Georgia said they've been under a few warnings and it's not over yet.
Right.
One acre of black black walnut will bring in $1 million. It probably will. I don't know. I know it's a very expensive wood.
Well, we don't have that.
Yeah, it might be one on the property. If it is, I'm not aware of it. I probably got some cherry oak on here. That'd probably be about the best we would have. But it's gonna all be gone. These I guess it's pollen's got my eyes watering. I walk around like I'm crying all the time. I used to not have allergies when I was a kid, but I guess as I'm getting older, uh, I've developed some. I can take one of those over the counter allergy pills. Guess what it's called?
Yeah.
Walmart brand. Claritin, something like that. And this will clear up, but I don't have any with me. So they want to adopt you and let you get in on some of that walnut money, Tim. You can't count on friends for nothing. Yeah, Skipper was kind of explaining about our little community we gotten together here, how we're trying to help each other with channels and all that. So he was pushing everybody's channel this morning. I think we picked up about 4 subscribers this morning. So we're somewhere around 934.
Oh.
Yeah, we're headed towards that 1,000. Yep. Well, and I believe we'll hit 1,000 and we'll get to the 4,000 watch hours, but it just takes time. We've gotten, I guess, what little bit we set out to do when we came on this trip, we got it done. We got some molding down and painted a few boards, hung a light.
Well, we were going to buy a couple more pieces.
Yeah.
Yesterday while we were in town, and
we couldn't.
We couldn't because we knew it was going to rain.
Yeah.
And it was going to be raining. We thought all day today.
So tomorrow, while we're here, we're going to do some measuring and maybe take a piece of paper and make a list of what we need to bring next time. We're bad about putting a list right here.
No, we put a list together and then
or leave it.
Lose it. What you do with it?
We put our list together in our head, and then when we go shopping, we forget about half of it.
Can't remember.
And then we get out here and like, golly, we should have brought this or brought that. We're so far away from everything, it makes it difficult. 66 away. Oh, you're looking at the numbers. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm not going to bother taking that back to Lowe's. That made me so mad.
I would have.
We're so far out.
We had another piece out there.
I know, but I did manage to use it somewhere where it's not up against another board. You can't really tell it. But I would put it in my homemade American fire pit out there and roast a hot dog over it before I take it back.
Just so they would know. I bet you I'll look at the next piece and make sure it's the same on both ends.
I don't take Benadryl and I don't take Claritin on a regular basis. I got to where now about once a year, this will start. My eyes will start watering.
We keep some kind of allergy medicine.
I don't even know if it's Claritin. It's some
allergy medicine.
Allergy generic Walmart brand something. And it actually, it works. I can take it and my eyes will quit watering. But I know my truck out there is got a lot of pollen on it. It's almost green.
It's not a green truck, but it's green. Exactly, Paul.
I know. Oh, Paul, y'all ganging up on me now.
I'm with you.
Yeah, y'all ganging up on me about that board. The principle of the thing, it should have been right when I bought it. You shouldn't have to worry about whether something is milled right.
Well, how are they going to know They might need to find a different person to buy it from. Supplier.
That was my point.
Well, they don't know.
That they need to buy it. Yeah, they know. They don't care. They sell enough of it. They don't care. They need to buy from, American sawmills that's putting out good quality lumber, but they can get it so much cheaper that way. All right, blue face smiling or something.
They put those emojis and we can't see them.
Oh, I can't see the emoji. All right.
But that's what it is. The pink hand waving, it's not there now, but the pink hand, it says pink hand
Yeah.
waving, it's an emoji.
You think I'd do better at Home Depot? I might go to Home Depot and look at their lumber and see where they get their lumber. They charge a fortune for this stuff, Paul, and it's junk. I don't know that I've ever taken Benadryl.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever taken Benadryl.
Is there a Carter lumber? I don't know what that is.
No, we don't have any Carter lumber.
I reckon.
But I explained that about my eyes because while we're doing this live, I'm going to take my glasses off and wipe my eyes every few minutes. It's terrible getting old, isn't it? No, it's a good thing getting old. We had a lot of friends that didn't have the opportunity to grow old. So I'm not complaining, but, I've said before that old check engine light comes on and back starts aching and your knees get bad and your eyes water. Hey, Miss Wednesday, how are you? Glad you could come in here with us. What?
Just nothing. Just. Did you turn that more?
No, why?
Well, it looks like you did.
Well, they might want to see you.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness.
That's better.
Oh, the bisexual glasses? All right. Hey, we got them right. You noticed, huh? Let me wipe my eyes while I got them off. I'll put the bisexual glasses on. There. How about that? Yeah, they certainly are. Yeah, Tim got my good luck charm with me. Yeah, we're at 934 subscribers. 66 more, and we'll hit that magic 1,000. So, y'all share our channel with your friends. There's Skipper. All right, Skipper and Georgie, and I think Coop and Karen. I think all of y'all have the link to the. I'm trying to use the same deal every time. So the last link I sent y'all, I think will bring you in here if you want to come in. Y'all are more than welcome. I was bragging on you a few minutes ago, Skipper. You were pushing everybody's channels this morning and trying to help everybody out with subscribers and explaining to your audience of how our community has come together. That's pretty cool.
I need these nails done.
We'll go get them done.
Out here in the country?
You're going to have to get that ring cut off.
I know. I can't get
Hey, Heroes, what's happening, brother?
I told you I was. If I ever get it off, I won't put it back on.
While you up, I need some more coffee.
Will you just let me get mine
Please.
first? I got heat.
Is it all about you?
Yep.
All about her.
Always.
So we've had a good time here in the country. We haven't had a bad. We never have a bad time, I don't think. But it seems like every time we come out here, the weather gets bad. I think we bring it with us.
That's what I say.
So it's calm in Belgium. I got it right. I almost said Germany, but it's not. It's Belgium. Good. Glad it's calm somewhere, because it's been a busy weather day here. Still is in some areas. Is that bothering you?
These nails are.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
She's got to get her nails done.
They're awful.
Mm-mm-mm. I don't know if that's Wednesday's real name or not. What show was that? Had a girl on it named Wednesday. Was it the Munsters?
Adam's Family.
Adam's Family. Yeah, the Adams Family had a girl on there. That was her name. Well, you're lucky there, heroes, that y'all don't get this kind of weather.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. If you ever want to experience it, come on over. If we don't have some today, we'll have it tomorrow. Yeah, the Adams Family. The little girl on there was named Wednesday. I knew it was some show that had a girl on it named Wednesday.
Yep.
And so my little small radio I brought with me and a makeshift antenna that I could stick out in the yard, I managed to Morse code from way out here, and I talked to somebody in Canada today. Which I know don't mean anything to y'all, but it was pretty cool to me, I thought, anyhow. Okay, so now we know the story.
What?
She was born on a Wednesday. So they called her Wednesday until they settled on Wendy. But her dad called her Wednesday till he died.
Okay.
Dads do that kind of. See, my daughter, I call her sister. She was the firstborn, and then the next one was our son, and then had a second son. But I want to say when the first son was born, I started calling her sister because that's what she was. She was sister, and I call her that to this day.
Okay. So I met a girl, a lady, not a lady, in the river,
Okay.
and her name was December.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And I asked her about her name. How did she come up with December? How did they come up with December? She said that was her real name. And it was something to like, she was born in June, but her mother and sister, everybody else was born in December. So instead of, they had to put December in with her. So they named her December. They renamed her. They actually took her and had her name changed to December.
So Wednesday said after he died, she went and officially changed her name to Wednesday. in his honor. That's pretty cool. Just talking about Wednesday and windy. Reminded me of the old joke about the three old men. You know, one of they walking outside and one of them says, "It's windy today." And the second one said, "No, I think it's Thursday." And then the third one said, "Me too. Let's get a Coke." That's the way we get when we get old. We can't hear.
Some of us can hear.
Y'all have another line of severe storms to the west of y'all.
Let me look.
We'll have to go look at that. I hope not. I thought we were through with it.
I'll find it. I had to think of where I was going.
We're going to bring the map up and take a look at it. Georgie Porgy.
It's all in Alabama right now. Alabama up, Tennessee, up in that area. What?
She said that when her son was 7, they were driving. Her husband said it's windy outside, and he just real serious said, "No, she's in the car." That's funny. That's a good story. Oh, Dennis Amanda's come in. Hey, Dennis, I missed it there. Sorry about that.
Oh, I thought it said good morning. Well, it could be morning somewhere. Yeah, I think the bad weather's gone from us. Neil might be getting it.
Yeah, we're done with the weather here. There's no more behind it
We got
for us anyway.
clear
Where we're
blue.
at,
Look, can't even talk.
clear blue and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're not down there. We're at our camp. Our son is down there. He's still at home. Hey, Harry, what's happening, man? So we've been kind of on the phone with him, checking in with him and how things are going. So yeah, he's getting a little bit down there right now. But we are near, I guess Meadville, Mississippi would be about the closest town to where we're at. And we're 20 miles out into the woods from there.
Macomb.
Yeah. So we're done with the weather. I'm just letting everybody talk to each other in the chat.
Nobody's talking there either.
They're talking a little bit. A little bit. I don't know. I don't guess, Georgie, you guys are not doing a live this evening. Y'all don't do that many on the weekends, do you? Our watch time dropped way down yesterday because we didn't do anything. So we thought we would get on here for a little while today.
What did he say?
Chip, I gave him our address. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't think y'all did, Georgie, because I always try to look and make sure no one else is out there doing something because I don't want to, I don't want to stack mine on top of somebody else's. He wants to send me a coin from their lodge. They must have got some more made or something. Yeah, Georgia, if you want to push some of those other channels while we're on here, feel free.
Oh, she's focusing on the weather. She ain't got time for you.
I know.
I don't blame you, Georgie.
Focused on the weather.
Yep. Well, that pizza looks good.
What does?
Pizza.
So we drove into town yesterday and ate way too much. We went in for lunch and then went to another town for dinner. And man,
It's a party.
what do you say, Dennis? Just thinking about them wears you out.
Thinking about what?
He said he's been thinking about all things that needs to get done and then not doing any of them just wears him out.
I'm with you.
Okay, George, you say you love this stuff, adrenaline. Are you talking about the weather? Because I really like watching weather too.
Watching weather and being in weather is
Yeah.
different.
I don't know. I've always been fascinated by weather. I watch it. Yellow dust. Are you talking about pollen Wednesday? Is it pollen you're talking about? You said it was yellow and windy. What made it yellow is what I'm asking. In what area of the country? I don't I don't remember where everybody's at. I'm not a meteorologist, but I do like watching the weather. Some people don't, but I really I find it fascinating. I like to watch it.
But to watch it, I don't want to be in it.
Yeah, I don't want to ride a tornado, but I wouldn't mind watching one go by. But if you can see like 10 to 15 miles and it's way over there,
And not
uh,
going to be coming at you.
yeah, I would. I've seen one before from a
In person?
distance. Yeah.
Well, I guess that one in Hattiesburg.
Mm-mm.
Where?
It was in that. Well, it was across the river. But we were on Lower Winkle Road, and you can see it over there. Right, you know. I saw when Ryan Hall was talking about Murfreesboro when that was just about to hit Murfreesboro, but about that time it was getting past us down here, and we turned the TV off. Just put a saddle on it and ride. Oh, that's cool. Wednesday. So tell me again what made it yellow. You never did tell me. Oh no, wait, I'm reading Midland area. Okay, so dust from the Midland area. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Abilene and Dallas. Okay. Yeah, Cat 5's nothing to fool with. we would consider staying for a Cat 1 or 2, but when it gets 3 or above, we're out of there. Yeah.
Well, a strong 3.
Yeah, if it's a weak 3, I might want to stay 4. But if it was a strong 3, getting close to a 4, definitely would be out of there and wouldn't even have to think about 5.
There was no thought behind Katrina.
Yeah,
We left.
we left when Katrina came through. Dennis said he was outside swimming when that. Hey, you're already wet. What's a little hurricane, right?
Get hit upside the head with something.
Yeah, we were living on the coast when Katrina hit, and it was a Cat 5. And we were not far from the water. We were about 3 streets in. It was funny because, well, not funny, but the first street closest to the water, the houses were just gone. The second street, um, the houses were, for the most part, were still there.
But the houses from the first street slammed into them.
Right. And basically blew them out and left the studs. It's almost like they were under construction and they just had the studs up. That's how those houses were left. And then by the time it got to the third street where we were at, everybody got water in their house. We got about 4 foot, wasn't it? We got about 4 foot of water.
Went over the counter in the kitchen.
Yeah.
However tall that is.
Just high enough we had to throw everything away. Rip the sheetrock out and start over. No, you don't want to mess with Mother Nature. She'll win.
Every time.
Every time she'll win. So, Georgie, how's your weather now? I'm surprised we didn't lose power out here.
It flickered about 3
It
times.
flickered a few times, but most of the time, when that kind of weather comes through out here, we're so far out, a tree or something somewhere falls on a power line and we lose power.
Well, actually, now that you just wouldn't believe the amount of trees that are dead out here now.
Yeah.
They're just.
It's just acres and acres and acres, miles of trees that are dead from these bugs.
That and the drought.
And the drought. And it's a wonder. We're not in a drought now, but we had a couple of seasons of drought. And
last year was the worst.
It's taking a little havoc on the trees. Thunder, lightning, high winds, and rain. Okay. I mean, we'll have to look at the map in a little while and see. Hopefully you won't be in it much longer. We hope you won't anyway. It'll pass. But yeah, we were really fortunate that we didn't lose power. That was my biggest thing. We don't have a generator out here. So if we lose power, we have to just grab everything out of the refrigerator, leave it open, and go ahead and leave. Go home. But we have had a good trip. We're glad we could bring y'all along with us, so to speak. I'm going to do I'll put together a little video when I get home of kind of what we've done this trip, and I'll get some pictures of the tiny house inside and out, and maybe some of the land, and I'll put that together and share it with y'all when we get back. What's the link you're sharing there, Georgie? Is that link to this live that we're doing?
Could be linked to the weather.
It's youtube.com/live. It might be a link to this one. I don't know. Tell me, Georgie, what's the link you just shared? Oh, so y'all still got a few hours of it going on.
She
Oh,
shared.
Ryan Hall. Okay. I'll tell you what, that's a really good thing that he does. I don't even, how did we come across Ryan Hall? Have I asked you that
Yes,
before?
you did. Bill.
Somebody told us, didn't they? Your brother?
Yes.
Well, I'm old. I don't remember what I've asked and what I haven't asked. I'll probably ask you again. I'm just saying. But it is a good thing what he does. He's our go-to guy. Weather starts getting mad. That's the first thing I do is look and see if he's live because he'll keep you. Him and his whole team. He's got a whole team of people now. What's the little guy, Andy?
I don't know. They're crazy because they go out driving, looking.
Oh yeah, he's got all the hunters out there driving in their cars. Now he's got the little bot that comes up.
Looks like a little Rosie.
The little bot that comes up
off of the Jetsons
and talks. Was that the robot maid that they had?
Mm-hmm.
Rosie on the Jetsons? Well, if we live long enough to get a robot made, we'll name it Rosie. Yeah, and he really likes doing that, I guess, because he'll do it for 12, 14 hours sometimes.
And not eat.
And not eat. He'll forget to eat. And, he does it for free, really. I mean, people give him money, through the chat and different things. Uh, but even if they didn't do that, he would still do what he's doing. Good night, Karen. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I think, well, he did it for free before it got big. And he still does not get paid to do it. People send money. I think he created a nonprofit. He had enough money coming in on that, and he created a nonprofit, and they help storm victims and all sorts. So he's really turned that into a good thing.
Night, Karen. It's almost time to go to bed, isn't it?
Is it?
7:00.
7:00, and we're thinking about going to bed. And it's not back then in the wintertime. It gets dark at 5. When we're out here in the winter, we'll go to bed at 5:00. If it gets dark, there's nothing to do but go to
Tell
bed.
the story.
Which one? Oh, we had done gone to bed one night at like 5:00, and
it was about 5:30.
Yeah, somewhere around 5:30, maybe 5:45. Guy pulled up, and he come knocked on the door, and I got up, turned the light on. I mean, I looked out the window, I knew who it was, and I was standing there talking to him, and he could tell we had gone to bed. He looked at me, he said, "Well, it's not late, it's just dark." I said, "I know. When it gets dark, we go to bed."
Well, back then when that happened, we didn't have internet, cell phone, TV. We didn't have nothing.
That was before we got the Starlink, so we didn't have anything to do. So it got dark. 5:00, we went to bed. We are old folk. I go to bed early, but I normally get up early. It's not unusual for me to be up at 4:00 or even earlier. 8:00 there, Dennis. 7:00 here. Y'all are over in Florida, right? I think, Dennis. we're getting to where there's so many people coming in now. And I love y'all to death. I'm glad y'all are here, but I have trouble keeping up where everybody's at. Okay, Heroes is at 1 o'clock in the morning over there. Well, we're glad you're up and hanging out with us a little bit on the YouTube. All right, Wednesday, you go to bed about 4 to 6 a.m. You stay up. Are you one of those that stays up reading a book or something like that till 4 o'clock and then go to bed and get up at 1 in the afternoon? So, Heroes, why are you up at 1 o'clock in the morning?
To talk to you.
I'm just going to ask the question. What are you doing up at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Why do you get up at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning and get
Well,
on
I
the
just
internet?
wake up sometimes. I'll just get up. And if if I get up and I'm really awake, then yeah, I turn the computer on and I get on YouTube or whatever, and I might be up 3 or 4 hours. Oh, pain. Well, I'm sorry about that. Since I retired, I don't worry. I get my sleep, but I don't worry about when I get my sleep. If I get up in the middle of the night and I stay up for a few hours, and later in the day I'll take a nap. I don't have to be rested to go to work or all that kind of stuff. I normally sleep pretty good at night, but if I don't really care. I'll catch up on it later. Well, Heroes, we're glad you're here. Glad we could be here for you, give you something to do while you're sitting up. So on the weekends, it's not really, for the most part, our group doesn't go live on the weekend. So I guess you guys are happy that we're live and everybody's getting to visit in the chat. Yeah, that's me, Heroes. I don't really care. I've been retired 8 years now. So I've gotten used to sleeping whenever I want to. Yep, retirement's good Wednesday. I don't know if you're retired. Now I see you put retirement in all caps. I don't know if you're retired yet or not, but I highly recommend it. Did we lose Georgie? She might be hunkered down in the interior room of the house.
Could have no electricity.
Okay, so we got Miss PJ is alone with her dog, and Heroes is alone. And Wednesday you had to retire early. Yeah, we retired as soon as we could, and don't regret it at all.
Now she's up around in
Um,
somewhere up there.
I think she's in that break right now. Okay, so we're looking at the weather on the map. I'm trying to remember exactly where Georgie is. I know she's up in Tennessee, I think below Nashville somewhere. So one looks like maybe one section has come through, but it's another section about to hit. Yeah.
A
All
little
right.
section.
Yeah. So we'll have to worry about Georgie Porgy for another little while. All right. We're gonna shut this thing down. We've been on here for an hour. I'm glad I'm glad all y'all came in and listened to us ramble and talk with us in the chat. Uh, for those of you that still have the weather coming at you, we're gonna be thinking about you. And
Take it serious.
yeah, take it serious. If Ryan Hall says get in an interior room and hunker down, then that's what you need to do. All right. We'll talk to y'all on another live at some point, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We haven't really decided. We might be on the road tomorrow. We don't know. We don't know if we're going to stay another day or not. All right. Look, thank y'all for coming in and talking with us and talking in the chat. And we'll see y'all on the next one. So, Clarence Sausage saying we'll see you down the road. Bye, y'all.